I went 5 straight years without missing a single day of workout, 365 days a year. Every single day I was in the water. There are days you're not going to want to do it. I mean, everybody has those days, but it's what you do on those days that help you move forward.
Winning is in all of us. Everybody wants the end result, but what you have to endure to win, no one wants to talk about.
If you know that you were destined for something, then you can withstand the setbacks, the difficulties, the bulk, the criticism, and all the other things.
Everybody can compete when they're feeling good, happy, excited, but it's the best people who can overcome when they're tired, sore, mental power that the greatest athletes have can push all the pain aside.
The first time I met Stephen Curry back in 2007, and it was after his freshman year at Davidson, which was before he blew up. No one knew who Stephen Curry was after his freshman year. But I remember there was a few things really remarkable about him. But the most impressive thing was at the end of the first workout, he came over to me and Steph said, "You can rebound for me because I don't leave the gym until I swish 5 free throws in a row." I mean, he was conditioning himself to be in that state. He was conditioning himself to do that, to not accept anything less. And, one of the reasons I think he'll go down in history as the best shooter we've ever seen is his ability just to move on to the next shot.
But at the root of it is you want to be the best. You love competing and you want to dominate.
Greatest athletes in the world don't make excuses.
I wanted to do something that nobody had ever done before. And that started with a dream and a goal. I wanted to be the greatest of all time.
And I think I always felt like I wanted to be good at everything I did and be great at what I did. And I never expected to be as good as I was.
No matter what you do in life, where you're at, this is what winning takes. And it's in all of us. We all have fear, but if you harness it, it takes you to places that you couldn't even imagine.
There's mistakes. There's regrets. There's sadness. There's joy. There's frustration. There's sorrow. There's heartbreak. There's elation. It's all part of it. It's all part of life.
I said to myself, I'm going to do this and no one's going to stop it. I think that's the biggest thing.
In order to win, you have to succeed. Winning is everything. It's everything.
People are champions when they really see themselves with no limits, when they really see themselves great. Because when you see yourself there, you are much more willing to do the work. You are much more willing to break barriers that others don't break because they don't really see themselves breaking those barriers. And this young guy, Djokovic, is 19 years old and he plays Roger for the first time in a Grand Slam. He's nobody. When Novak Djokovic started Rafael Roger winning everything, it's impossible to win a Grand Slam with those two guys. You can't beat them. They're just way better than everyone. And he's interviewed before the match and he says, "I'm going to beat this guy." And I remember the press went really bad against him. Who does he think he is? But he was seeing him there. He was seeing himself there. He was seeing himself better than them, which maybe people saw that as being cocky, but he was just very confident about his abilities, and he ended up being the best of the three. He beat all the records, he beat them on every level, because his self-belief was extremely high, his self-esteem, the way he was seeing himself. That's how I know if someone is a champion. And a lot of people fake it, which is better than not faking it, but it's not as good as really believing it deeply inside. Talk to the young players, they will say, "I want to be number one." I mean, they wish, yeah. The ones who really want to, because they're not only saying it, but they're putting on the work. And this is a big difference, because when you really believe you can get there, it's much easier. It's never easy to work hard, but in a way, you are willing to do everything to get there. When you wish it, you do things halfway or you don't do it fully. So that's a big difference.